put these on. I just got done playing. Normally I have short distance contact in, but sorry about that. So, all right. So, good afternoon, players, teammates, family, and friends of Bob and Stan. Last year at this time, Bob and Stan were nominated for the NABA Hall of Fame by their good friend and teammate, Wayne Semler.
Woohoo! Way to go, Wayne!
Nominations stay on the Hall of Fame ballot for 5 years. Yet, Bob and Stan were unanimously elected into the NABA Hall of Fame in their first year. You should know that we have, right now, 15 people on that still haven't gotten in. And you guys kind of jumped ahead of several people because Wayne did a fantastic job describing what the NABA believes is the true reason why people should be in the NABA Hall of Fame. So great job, Wayne. I also want to make sure I clarify to everybody that this isn't an NABA Hall of Fame for Las Vegas. This is not an NABA Hall of Fame for the over 50, 60 tournament. We only do 2 awards in the NABA. One is a Integrity Award, the Billy Kosha Integrity Award, and the second is the NABA National Hall of Fame, and that's what this is for. They're going into the NABA National Hall of Fame. And within the next 2 weeks, we'll have all of this information up on our website under our Hall of Fame link for everybody here to be able to go to and see. So I want to make sure that everybody's perfectly clear that this is for our NABA Hall of Fame, and this is the highest honor that we give to anybody in our organization.
Woohoo! Way to go!
It is my honor today and a fitting choice from our Hall of Fame committee to induct friends and men of great character into our NABA Hall of Fame. What does it take to be an NABA Hall of Fame inductee? Look no further than Bob and Stan, and you will find words to describe their character such as commitment, dedication, time, leadership, passion, volunteerism, competitors, champions, winners, sportsmanship, loyalty, integrity, family, and friends. I had a tough choice today. I had to decide whether I was going to do this separately or if I had to do this together. And I decided I was going to do this together. So I hope you both can appreciate me doing this together for both of you.
We've been together for a while.
20 years. Well, we can talk about all of the titles and winning both Bob, Stan, and their teams have accomplished in the NABA, and it's been a lot. Trust me, it's been a lot. And I've been on the whooping end of plenty. We could talk about those for a long time, but the NABA believes it's more fitting that an inductee be elected for the characteristics of success that lie deep within a person's heart. Winning doesn't matter to the NABA. You don't get into our Hall of Fame because you win or because you've won so many championships. You get into our Hall of Fame because of what's inside of here. And both you two men have what's inside here that means a lot to us. So thank you for that. Bob and Stan's support from their teams and players is unquestioned. They are great ambassadors for the game of for the NABA. They both speak highly of the organization, promoting it at every opportunity. They are gentlemen on and off the field. When they coach or manage, their players have great respect and regard for their decisions. They have helped to create a family atmosphere for their players and their spouses. The most important aspect of all of this is that Bob and Stan have afforded an opportunity for senior baseball players to get a chance to relive their youth without criticism or fault through all of their organization, effort, and volunteering. I like Wayne's description of Bob. Some people wear their passion on their sleeve. Bob wears his passion on his license plate. where it says senior baseball. And Stan, he has allowed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of players an opportunity to continue their playing career by operating the Minnesota Twins Fantasy Camp since 2009. Bob and Stan, nobody could say it better than Wayne Semler, who nominated you. Wayne said, "Words cannot express enough the commitment, dedication, time, and passion that these two have exhibited over the years. Their leadership has inspired and allowed so many of us the opportunity to continue playing the game that we love so much and treasure. Even more important is the attitude they bring to the field. They represent baseball as fine as anyone could, while being fierce competitors, and they are. They also display sportsmanship at its best, both as players and managers. They demand and receive the same attitude and behavior from their players." It took me a while to try to understand the pheasants and the jackalopes over the years. I'm sort of a quiet person, to be honest with you. I stand back. Richie knows that. I stand back and I kind of watch and I kind of listen and everything. And over the years, I've gotten to know you guys, and one of the things that I found out is that I'm a whole lot like you guys. And so I started really learning how to appreciate you, because I love how you come out onto the field and compete. I love how you fight. You know, I was just telling Roger, the greatest pain in my heart is knowing that today, it was a great thrill to get to challenge, compete, and beat these guys. It breaks my heart if it creates them a dagger that they can't play in the championship in the higher bracket tomorrow, because they're so good at what they do, and that's what you guys do. You guys bring it every single day, and I love it. Bob and Stan, we have an awesome marble plaque here to present to both of you. We'll read the inscriptions and induct you into the Hall of Fame, but before I do that, I want to ask if there's anybody here who has anything they would like to say. There he is. Come on up.
Oh my God, he's got paper.
NABA doesn't worry about winning, but Bob Kopel does. He slapped me around this morning to get me fired up for the game. He said we better win. It's up to you. A couple things that I just wanted to mention about Bob. I've known Bob quite a while. My wife and I were sitting at the table both working at stuff, and I was writing notes down and stuff. And I said, "Honey, in your wildest dream, would you ever believe I'd be introducing Bob for the Hall of Fame?" And she just looked at me and said, "Well, honey, you're not in any of my wildest dreams." So with great confidence, I'm here. There's some things, a handful of things I know about Bob. Number one, I know that Ann loves baseball games because she's at every one. You know, she's at every single game, and we throw our jerseys in that pile. And Bob sometimes picks them up, but mostly Ann. I know that Ann washes those jerseys all the time. And I know they have a wonderful... They've made a wonderful commitment to each other. Now my commitment with my wife, she comes to one game a summer. We're riding home. I say, "Hey, I think I'm getting a little better. The other guys are getting a little worse." She said, "You ain't getting no better." Our commitment isn't as strong as Bob and Ann's, I don't think. Here's the second thing I know about Bob that I know. I know that Bob has brought teams here for almost 20 years. Sometimes one, sometimes two, sometimes three teams. And he's been involved with all three of them at times. That's a great commitment from someone from our community. Absolutely. To do that. And the last thing I know, you know, when we have icons like Bob, and they quit, and they decided, hey, this isn't for me, or health reasons, or whatever, and we pour that cup out, everybody thinks it's going to be full again. It ain't going to be full again when Bob leaves. The cup won't be full again. So I hope he stays as long as I can. Congratulations, Bob.
Got a real short one. Okay. So, great group of guys from South Dakota. About 10 years ago, they adopted two from Minnesota, and myself and Mike. And I got to tell you, not only are these great players, they are even better people. And I'm so proud to be part of this group. So congratulations, Bob. Congratulations, Stan.
Thank you, Dave.
Incredible.
Hey, thanks, thanks, Dave.
Those are good words. I've been running the NABA for a long time. I'm a lot older than the Detroit City Tigers guy who thinks I'm only 49 and cheating.
Being a catcher?
No names.
I'm actually pretty old, but for the last 26 years that I've been running this, the hardest thing for me to do is to see people like him or him ever leave this game. And it's hard for me. In fact, it's so hard for me, pretty soon I'll turn it over to him because it's just too hard to watch really, really good people like all of you guys come and play, including you guys, and see you guys go away. So I hope you guys will stick in there. I would like to read the Hall of Fame plaques, and I would like to induct both these two gentlemen into our NABA Hall of Fame. First, I'll start with Stan. 2019 NABA Hall of Fame inductee, created the South Dakota Jackalopes organization in 2004. Manager of the South Dakota Jackalopes from 2004 to 2012. Inducted into the Minnesota Twins Fantasy Camp Hall of Fame in 2018. Executive Director of the Minnesota Twins Fantasy Camp. Stan Dickman, outstanding supporter and participant of NABA baseball and Executive Director of the Minnesota Twins Fantasy Camp. Stan was instrumental in developing and organizing the South Dakota Jackalopes organization. He was the manager of the South Dakota Jackalopes from 2004 to 2012. Stan's team organization has participated in NABA tournaments in Las Vegas for the past 15 years. Under Stan's leadership, the Jackalopes have won 9 Las Vegas championships and 3 finalists. Known as a committed and passionate leader, Stan has organized and recruited hundreds of players to continue to play the game both through the NABA and the Minnesota Twins Fantasy Camp. Stan has volunteered his time in marketing baseball in South Dakota by creating websites and donating equipment and uniforms for the Jackalopes organization. Stan's commitment, dedication, time, and passion has inspired and allowed so many others the opportunity to continue playing the game they love and treasure. Through Stan's competitive spirit, dedication, inspiration, humbleness, and most importantly, his passion to help promote and give the love of the game of baseball to others, he has set himself apart from his peers in the South Dakota Leagues, Minnesota Twins Fantasy Camp, and in NABA tournaments around the country. Thanks to Stan and his unwavering support and presence, the NABA has become a formidable force in providing players throughout the nation an opportunity to play and participate in the national pastime of baseball through the NABA. Fittingly, Stan Dickman was elected as a member of the NABA Hall of Fame in the year 2019.
Somebody asked me if I've been practicing a speech. I was going to use the speech from the movie, what's the guy that played Lou Gehrig? Somebody said I got a bad break today. I feel like the luckiest man on the face of the earth. But to be honest with you, I had the good fortune in a little town I grew up in, starting to play baseball when I was 8 years old. And I've met so many wonderful people through the thing. And I also, as I moved into a larger community, I was on the city council. And I always told people after I left that experience that I felt like I took more than I ever gave. And that's how I feel about this. This group of people are just incredible. Greatest passion of my life. And as I enter my last chapter of my life, these are the people that have made it special. Thank you.
2019 NABA Hall of Fame inductee. Organized and manages a team in the Sioux American Baseball League, Amateur Baseball League, excuse me. Volunteer coach for the Legends Baseball Clinic. Volunteer for the South Dakota Amateur Baseball Tournament. 2017 Manager of the Year in the Sioux Amateur Baseball League. Bob Kopel, outstanding supporter and participant of the NABA baseball. Manager of the South Dakota Pheasants. Bob was instrumental in developing and organizing senior baseball in South Dakota in 2001. Bob's teams and organization participated in NABA tournaments in Las Vegas for the past 19 years. Bob has played and managed in 11 championships, 4 finalists, and 3 third-place finishes during that time. Bob has also taken his team and organization to the NABA Spring Training Tournament since 2012. Known as a hard worker to grow the spirit of senior baseball in South Dakota, Bob grew the game by organizing games in different cities throughout the state, sending newsletters out with baseball information, planned winter and spring get-togethers, developing weekly practices throughout the year, furnishing jerseys and caps for the players, and starting an annual golf tournament. Bob has shared the love of the game of baseball by taking over 100 different players to the NABA tournaments. Bob is a fierce competitor who demands and receives that he and his players play and display the greatest sportsmanship. Bob is a great manager, teammate, and friend who hopes other players enjoy the game of baseball as much as he has enjoyed the game. Bob's passion for baseball and friends can be summed up with one inscription on his license plate: Senior Baseball. Through Bob's competitive spirit, dedication, inspiration, humbleness, and most importantly, his will and desire to help promote and give the love of the game to baseball to others, he has set himself apart from his peers both in South Dakota leagues and in the NABA tournaments around the country. Thanks to Bob and his unwavering support and presence, the NABA has become a formidable force in in providing players throughout the nation an opportunity to play and participate in the national pastime of baseball in the NABA. Fittingly, Bob Kopel was elected as a member of the NABA Hall of Fame in 2009.
Before Bob talks, just one quick thing I should add. I stand on his shoulders. It was kind of funny. I went to a Twins fantasy camp as a camper in 2002, and I was 48 years old. I had so much fun. I thought, I hadn't played baseball. I played in college, and I played a little amateur ball, but I hadn't played in years. And I thought, I think I could still be competitive against guys my own age. So I sent an email out to the NABA. Said, are there any teams in Sioux City, Sioux Falls, Omaha, Minneapolis? I'd drive to go play baseball. And they sent me an email back saying, hey, there's a team from South Dakota. The guy's name's Bob Kopel, the manages it. Why don't you get in touch with him? So I sent Bob an email with my baseball resume in it. To this day, I still take shit about the resume that I sent to him.
6 pages long.
I told my wife that day, I came home early from work. Sioux Falls was 90 miles from where I lived. I loaded my car up. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 2:30, and she said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to Sioux Falls to baseball practice. She said, that's 90 miles away. I said, I'm going to go up there one time, meet these guys. If they're assholes, it'll be the last time I ever do it. Well, I went up there, came home about 10 o'clock, smelling of strong brew, and the rest is history. I've been with them the rest of the time. Bob,
Way to go, Bob.
I just wanted to thank everybody that's here, especially the NABA, Preston, Shane, his folks, Joe Collins, Hector, everybody that's been involved. Like I said, been with the NABA a long time, and I've been to tournaments down in Fort Myers, Florida, and Arizona, and all over. But the way they run this tournament is a class act. That's why we keep coming back. And I'd like to thank all of the players that's out here. You're a great bunch of guys. Baseball's one thing, but the camaraderie that we have together is the main reason that we're here.
Yeah.
I mean, I look forward to this as soon as we get back to the snow in South Dakota. We're coming back next year, and it's just a great time, and really appreciate it. And so thanks to everybody, especially to Stan, who took over the Jackalopes when we got too old, and then he handed it down to Roger. And now he's too old. By the way, for starting the Coyotes team, really appreciate it. And just one last thing, I got to thank Ann for sending out all the newsletters all the time, washing all the jerseys. Thanks a lot, everybody.
One more thank you. Thanks to these guys. guys for putting up with
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, guys.
Glad to be smart, guys.
Yeah, you betcha, friend.